one of my favourite events of the year, which I think we first talked to you both about maybe 3 years ago or something, the Mini Parish Fun Walk for kids. Now, of course, it was the big parish last week, but kids can't take part in that. So Douglas Rotary came up with this fabulous idea. Mike, just tell us first of all, what happens then? What is a Mini Parish Fun Walk?
Well, it's exactly what it says on the label, really. It's for kids under age 11 down to 4. And we split them into 4 different groups. And it's around the Arboretum at St John's. We start on the Timbrell Fairfield. And the distance is between 1 kilometre and 2.5 kilometres.
So not quite 24 hours worth of walking.
Well, it depends. So I think some of them look like they're going to take that long.
Oh, just adorable.
But the small ones, the 4 to 5 year olds, we insist they're accompanied. So they go off with holding their parents' or guardians' hands.
Yeah.
And then the others can be if they want to be, if they've got a disability or something. Anyone can go accompanied if they want it. But it's quite a good event to see them all starting off with their numbers. They've all got numbers on. They've all got transponders on, so they all get the times when they come back.
And I think is the live timing as well.
The live times, sure, yeah, exactly.
So it is a proper kind of sporting event as such, which is fabulous. And I've got to say, Ivan, it reminds me of doing some sort of fun walks, which I think I don't know if it was Rotary, if it might have been Russian Roundtable. Yeah, and I've still got my medals from doing that as a kid. Doing, I think, was it along the prom or something?
Up Bray Hill and back down again.
That's right.
And it started at the terminus.
And as kids, we used to do that. And there's something about it as a child, being involved in something that feels so special like that. It's a bit magical, isn't it?
Yes.
And of course, this one is all, being Rotary, a fundraising event. And first of all, you all, of course, raising funds, but the children themselves can take on their own causes, can't they?
Yeah, but we don't actually raise any money ourselves at this event. It's all for the kids to raise the money. And over the last 2 years, between them, they've raised about 48,000 for 60 different charities, including some of them raising money for their own school.
Oh, that is fantastic. £48,000. That is extraordinary. And of course, you will facilitate it. So when is it happening then, Ivan?
It's on Saturday, the 15th of July. Registration starting at 10 o'clock. And the first race, or walk, it's not really a race. The first walk is at 11.
11 o'clock. And how many children are you expecting then, Mike?
We've got about 200 we expect normally. We bit more the first year. We had about 280, and then it fell off a bit last year for 200, so we expect that. And the figures at the moment coming in, as usual, Manx, everything's late and slow. We've got 100 registered at the moment, or nearly 100, and I think this next week will bring a lot in. We've distributed the kids with a leaflet at all the schools, which they should have taken home to their mums, and they've got a QR code so you can go straight onto it to book online.
And I guess, I mean, you say, obviously, yes, you're quite right. The Isle of Man, we are very lastminute.com, aren't we, really? I wonder if even part of that is because people are thinking, but what about the weather? I mean, is there a sort of contingency plan for weather?
You get wet.
Yes. Yeah,
you get wet.
That's really odd. Stout shoes then, and with a good grip would be needed because, it's mostly boarded around the Arboretum. But there are a few slopes where it could become a bit slippy if it has been raining or it is raining. But it's all part and parcel of the enjoyment, isn't it?
It's just a lot of fun, isn't it? And I guess we should mention, of course, one of the reasons it works brilliantly to be called the Mini Parish Fun Walk is because in the Arboretum, Mike.
Yeah, they've got parishes.
They've got parishes.
They have. Every little parish is there.
Oh, it's fantastic. So they sort of walk from parish to parish as such.
Yeah.
And of course they are in groups, aren't they? So you're not pitting very, very little ones against the bigger ones.
No. They're all on different starting ages.
Yeah.
4 to 5, 6 and 7s, 8 and 9s, and 10 11s.
Yeah. And of course, usually you have sort of food there as well, don't you? And I did notice there was a call on one of your social pages, Ivan, that you were still looking for potential food outlets to come and be there on the day. Is that still the case?
We've been struggling to get some of there's so much on in the Isle of Man and sort of every weekend, and we've been struggling to get anyone to come along with food or coffee. We will have water there provided by Green Man, free of charge for everyone. But it's always nice, for the parents if they can get a coffee or and the kids for an ice cream.
Yeah.
So we're struggling at the moment to get
so
anybody.
you're basically looking for vendors as
Yes,
such to come. So if someone's listening and they think they can help you, what should they do?
Just get in touch with either Mike or myself. We can do it through the Facebook or directly. I can give my number over if you want.
I mean, if you're happy to do it, go for it, Ivan.
Yeah, well, my phone number is 494-720.
Excellent. And for those that want to register, that haven't registered yet, Mike, how do they do that?
Well, they just go online. If you see the QR code on these leaflets, you can go straight onto it. There's also a link on the leaflet, so you can do it straight on your phone. If you haven't got your leaflet or your QR code, you can just go onto Facebook under Douglas Rotary and look up events, and there's a link on there for you.
And for the competitive amongst the kids, they do get medals, don't they?
Everyone gets medals and a certificate.
Oh, I love it. Well, listen, we're going to try and send someone down to get some video of this, because I think it would be absolutely magical to see all the kids doing their thing. I bet you're all already looking forward to it, aren't you?
And we got bouncy castles for them as well. So
bouncy castles?
Free.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So if you're there with a whole scutch of kids and maybe some of them are in different groups, then while they're in their other groups, they can go and jump around on a bouncy castle.
That's right.
I call it a warm-up. Yeah, that's stretching,
St John's
essentially.
ambulance standing by as well.
Just in case. It'll
Easy
be
bounce off.
fine. It'll be absolutely fine, I'm sure. Well, listen, you can find all the details by going to Douglas Rotary Club Facebook. All the information is there. Or keep a lookout for there's some leaflets around with Callum Wilde on, who is sponsoring. That's Rotary Club of Douglas Mini Parish Fun Walk for kids. You'll find the leaflets around the place, especially they have been given to the schools. So ask your kids if they've been given one of these leaflets. All the details are on there as well. And remind us again, Ivan, the date, just for those who just tuned
It's Saturday the 15th of July.
And it's at
registration begins at 10 o'clock. First walk is at 11.
Excellent. Get yourselves down as well to just go and support us St John's Arboretum on the day. As ever, many thanks and all the best, both of you.
Okay,
Thank you.
just
Take care.
thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
to Callum Wilde as well, because they've sponsored the event for us
For the second time.
for the
For the
second
time.
Yeah,
You see, they know a good thing when they see it, don't
obviously
they?
they do.